Hi. Are
Hi.
you Rebecca?
Yeah.
Hi, Rebecca. I'm Catherine. I'm a nurse practitioner student, and I'd like to do your interview today, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. First of all, are you comfortable?
Yeah. Is it okay if I just kind of lay
Yeah,
against the couch?
Put your feet up. We got a couch. We got pillows. I can turn on the air or change the lights.
That's
Whatever
good.
you need.
That's good.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll start out by saying that everything we say here is confidential. Will be kept between the two of us unless it, unless it becomes known that you want to hurt yourself or someone else, or if there's like a history of abuse or something like that needs to be reported. Okay. But otherwise, this is between us, and whatever you're comfortable sharing with me, I'd be honored for you to do that, and I want to encourage you to share as much as you feel comfortable.
Okay, thanks.
So can you tell me what brings you in today?
I've been having a really hard time sleeping. Just kind of feeling anxious and just not quite like myself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so feeling anxious and not quite like yourself. Mm-hmm. How long has this been going on?
It's been going on probably about 3.5 months or so.
Okay. Are you able to tie it to anything?
Yeah, so about 4 months ago, my friend had a pretty traumatic experience happen to her while I was with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable talking about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably why I'm having these problems, so
okay.
It would probably help you to know kind of more what's going on. But so we were just walking across campus, mm-hmm. and kind of like out of nowhere, this guy just like jumped out of the bushes and started attacking my friend. And so I found out later it was actually her brother, and he was high on meth.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So he beat her up really badly, like to the point that she's had to now drop out of school. She, broke her arm, had a concussion, lost her eyesight, like, permanently in her right eye.
Oh, my goodness.
So it's, like, it's not even just, like, temporary stuff. Like, she's permanently disabled now. So, yeah. So that's kind of what, like, I think kicked all of this off. And,
oh, my gosh. Oh, that's awful. That's just awful. Wow. Well, how do you feel like you've coped since then? You obviously you're here with anxiety. Is there anything else going on? How has your mood been?
I've been having like some mood swings. Mm-hmm. Like I was always just kind of, I felt like normal. Mm-hmm. But like now most of the time, like I just feel kind of like numb. Like, I almost feel, like, this sounds weird, but, like, I feel like I'm just, like, floating around through life, and, sometimes mm-hmm. I'll be, like, just walking across campus, and I'll get so angry, but then 5 seconds later, I'm crying, and I'm sad, and it's just, like, polar opposites from one end to another so fast.
Yeah.
So, I've been just trying to, like, self-medicate and relax, and, like, try to calm down so I can function and
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like be a normal person, but it's not working. So that's kind of why I came here today to get some help.
Well, I'm really glad you came in. I'm so glad you came in. That's really a lot to deal with. Do you have other friends? Have you been able? Who's in your support system right now?
So I do have 3 other friends that I'm pretty close with, and I mean, I think it's kind of hit all of us, because, the 5 of us were all, like, really good friends. Mm-hmm. I think it's hard because none of them were there, so I feel like they don't really know, like, what I'm going through. Like, they're just, they're sad about what happened to their friend and that, she's not in school anymore, but I feel like they don't really understand what I'm going through.
Right. Well, that is understandable. It's really hard to it's really hard to put yourself in that kind of place, because that's a terrifying event, and I mean, a couple of things can happen. Like when you feel that terrified and like your life is actually in danger, it can cause a lot of repercussions for your mood and your behavior, and you've been experiencing some of those. Have you had any other kinds of emotions come up?
I mean, so like I think part of the reason I don't sleep at night is I just like lay awake, and I mean I worry so much. Like I wasn't able to protect my friend at all. I couldn't have protected myself if he had started attacking me. And so now I'm just, I feel horrible about what happened to my friend, and like I know it's not my fault. Like I'm not the one that was high on meth and attacked her, but like I could have done something and maybe she wouldn't have lost her vision. Like maybe it wouldn't have been as bad as it was.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask you about. A lot of times people cope with a situation like that by trying to take, assuming responsibility for it. It's perfectly natural and very normal. So you can rest assured that you're going to be going through these changes that are very normal things that everybody who experiences a trauma kind of goes through similar steps. So, what else should I ask?
This anxiety, like I always feel like so on edge, and like it's to the point, well, first of all, like I told you, like I get angry just walking across campus and the mood swings, so it's like I don't even want to go to class, but then when I do like force myself to go, like I'm just so fidgety and anxious, and like I can't concentrate, and so my grades are slipping, and I guess I feel almost like kind of isolated from the rest of my friends. Even though, like, I know they're trying to support me and be there for me. Like, I still feel isolated from what I went through.
So how are you doing in school?
I'm really not doing great. Like, I am failing a couple of my classes, and I'm kind of worried, like, if I'm going to have to drop out or what's going to happen.
So we might need to look at, like, maybe a medical leave of absence or something.
I mean, I guess if, that's something, I don't know. I don't know. Like, how long does this normally last? Like, it's been 4 months and I'm still feeling this way. Will it not just, like, get better?
It can definitely get better. It depends on so many different things. It depends on your past trauma history. It depends on just your basic temperament. It depends on so many things. But there are, steps we can take to alleviate some of the symptoms and possibly add some medications. So we can look into those things and see if that's something that we need to do.
I'd really like to try to continue on in school. I don't want to fail out, but I just want to be normal again, and I want to get through school. And
okay, well, we can certainly, if you feel like you have the motivation to do that, it would probably be a good thing if you can pull it off. To just kind of keep you on track, and we can definitely work through these things and stay in close contact. And just to to give you a heads up on the feeling guilty, the feeling responsible thing is, it's just a good time to remember to be gentle with yourself and take it easy. Don't get too judgmental up in your head. A lot of times people have a tendency to do that. I don't know if you're one of them. We just met, but if you do, I just want to encourage you to kind of let that be a red flag. If you hear yourself doing it, just kind of take a step back and say, hey, let's take things a little bit more gentle right now. Because it's a terrifying thing. That's not something people are needing to, that most people have to accommodate. And that's a big deal. It's not to be not to be discounted. So
Okay.
I want you to just, we'll keep in close contact.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you for your help.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask you also if you've been having any thoughts of wanting to hurt yourself.
No.
Okay.
I just want to feel better.
Okay. Well, I want you to let me know if that changes at all.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.